Hello again. So I'm going here to demonstrate the stuff that I have been doing. It's been a couple weeks since I uploaded this. And let's just get down to it. So I'm just going to rebuild. So in addition to this Hello Z80 program that's basically a shell, I have created a Tileset Editor. And the Tileset Editor, wait for it to finish building. Is to make tiles, obviously. In addition to the Tileset Editor, I made modifications to the emulator so that it would, instead of being a binary code, which might be what it looks like here. Let's see. It might not. Okay, so this is what it was like earlier, where it was in a binary format, where each row of a tile was 1 byte. This now has a tile set where it is a row is 8 bytes. All right, so we have this box here, and if I use the arrow keys, it selects a certain character, and since everything after space is since everything before the exclamation mark is space right now, that's all that shows. It's just dark. And then these are all basically the binary values, the Euler binary values. Okay. So if I use the arrow keys, it selects the different characters. So it comes up here in big, and then they're a lot smaller. Alright, so then if I hit J, K, or L, they increase the RGB values that are these numbers here. So it's an 8-byte color with the last byte being the alpha. So 0, 1, 2, and 3. Like so. So that's red, and then K for green, that's green, and then L for blue. Alright, and then if you hit the AWSD keys, that moves a pixel around in this big view screen here. And then if you hit H, it writes that the cursor pixel to the actual character set. So if you can see that there, it's dark blue that it was just changed to. And as you can see, that actually is modifying every instance of that 3. So if we want to see it better, this would probably look the best. So now it looks a much brighter white. Okay. So then if we move around, we can go to the exclamation mark up twice, then move this around. And there's a bug where when I'm switching, I'm not retaining that. It's transferring the color of where that cursor was. So it's a bug that I haven't fixed quite yet. So, all right, let's see. So if what we want to do is, all right, let's create, say, the look of a sort of like what an iron ingot looks like in Minecraft in the pixel art. And then one like right there. And then let's switch to something like this. And as you can see, that shows up right there. And then we can also create something like a grass type, a grassy look. So we can fill the whole screen up with this green color, with this dark green color. Alright, and then we can say put some grasses up here. Alright, and then something like that. Something like that. And then we could put slightly brighter green on the top of that. Alright, and then let's see. So in addition to that, we could say go up around here. Okay. There we go. And we could instead, let's see, do something. Let's see. Something like this. Yep. So just a square box with a circle inside of it. Put something blue inside of it that as well. And as you can see, it comes up over right there. Alright, so now the other thing that exists here is not only can you write these, can you edit this tile set if you hit O, and we go over to build, persistence. That's okay. Well, that didn't seem to work. Oh, do I need to? Oh, is it zero? Oh, it's not O. It's 0. There we go. And it will write the tileset out. So these are the binary data files for that tileset. So this is the value in ASCII in hex. So as an example, this is 6. That corresponds to 0x36. And then X, W, and then the brackets. Let's see. Yeah, so that was the, so 94 was what I was writing there. So we can then take and we can copy this from here over into here, or we could do another setup. In addition, the actual file that gets written to can be configured here in the persistence file. So which is just basically a standard file that gets opened, and then if you write to a particular address in memory, it will direct it to that open file. So it will actually so like writing to an address will put that into that file, and that is defined here as the persistence adder. Alright, and then yeah, and so this is basically what the code looks like. It's somewhat substantial, but in terms of the size of the code. But yeah, and then this is so it just prints out this pixel enclosure, and then it prints out all the other stuff on top of it. Okay. All right. So one thing I'm thinking of adding to this is possibly some mechanism to add multiple layers to this screen RAM, because right now what I have is in the emulator is just so if I go, so right now what I have in the emulator is just this display grid. So what I could possibly add would be an array that lists out a set of sprites, and the sprites can be written anywhere on the screen, as opposed to in this display grid. And then by virtue of being layered on top in front of this display grid, I could add in better cursoring. So one of the problems with this setup currently is that I don't have a cursor setup. So I can't just draw something over this quote marks character without modifying the actual tile itself, which is kind of frustrating, but you know, not too bad. All right. Well, that's it for the emulator.